I mean, Ilsa being such, you know, an incredibly powerful character, you know, on the screen. When you wrapped, you know, the first picture, did you feel like were there remnants still hanging around inside you of the character? Did you feel you sort of had to purge some of? Because I know in your personal life, that's the furthest thing from the kind of person that you are.
What makes you think? I'll tell you one thing, sometimes you have an effect on the cast. They thought it was a practical joke, but I'm not good about being fenced in. And on the final day, there was a scene where I was hogtied to the bed. Not naked, but hogtied.
Oh, it's our house.
And they thought it'd be funny to leave me there. And it was awful for me. And I went into such a physical rage, nobody there, and I was gagged. They had gagged me because that was the scene. And but the director, Don Edmonds, thought, oh, this was kind of fun, let's go to lunch. And I didn't realize I had pissed somebody off that would want to do that to me. And I freaked out so much that there was a bedboard there. I broke the bedboard in breaking these ropes that were on my feet. And I got rid of that. The noise of that brought some of the help, but not the cast. So I never quite forgave them for that.
Can I interject something on that? We had been together for a short while when that film was being shot. And I remember saying to myself, why isn't she home yet? She's been there since yesterday. Seriously. And I got a call about an hour later and they said, is this Howard? I said, yeah. They said, well, Dyanne has just passed out. I said, what? Yeah, she passed out. Would you come get her? I said, is she gettable or do we need an ambulance? They said, no, we think she's gettable. Well, she had been on the set for 28 hours, round the clock. There was no break, along with Don Edmonds. Now, Don Edmonds was a good guy and a friend, but a little strange. Don was on the set with her, and an interesting thing had occurred. Nobody cared. Nobody really cared. They'd work till they dropped. But that was the last time. Because once we got her home, she promised she would walk when she got tired. So they fixed it and they finished it the next day.
But that's low budgets of the 70s, because in the 70s it was like, okay, we've got a picture and we have $1.98, and so...
And we want change.
Yeah, we want change. Yeah, so it's fun. It's all good.
Well, then I'd ask him another question to Howard. I mean, Don Edmonds has admitted now that he was a pretty rough director. Is not the most compassionate guy. Is there anyone else who compares on your list?
I don't think he needed to be compassionate. He had a dream, he had a vision, and if you didn't like it, then don't work with him. And I think that's the choice of life, right?
Yeah. Right, so
and
you personally didn't really feel like you didn't personally have a bad experience
Oh,
with him?
absolutely not. I was not threatened by that at all. In fact, I was just glad it wasn't earlier in life. They tell me in the old days in Europe, I had an actress tell me she was a very successful actress in Europe, and she said it was customary for a director to walk up to an actor or actress and slap them in the face if they weren't giving the performance that was wanted. I mean, that was just like the way it was done. So nobody did that to me. So
No, but she did it to me.
So did you have a relationship with Don before the movie?
I beg your pardon. As a matter of no, I didn't know Don at all. No, neither of us did.
So for the part, was it just you just cold audition?
It was a cold audition. It was a fellow I had done for some films with, Buck Flower. He plays one of the characters in the Binns. He plays Binns, and he had worked with me on stage as well because I'm primarily a stage actress, and he recommended me to the agent they were using for casting. but that agent had already sent in all the people they wanted to get. So he told a friend who called another agent, who the next day after I got the role quit being an agent. So I was like his last job. I didn't even pay commission on that. I'm lucky I never even got paid. But he stopped being an agent. But he sent me up, and I was working as a chauffeur for extra money in those days. And so they had been casting for like a week and seeing all these people. So it was the elimination day, the last day, and I got this information, and I showed up like, it was after 6 o'clock because I didn't finish my gig till 6. But I was in an outfit like this, similarly with jodhpurs, and all in black, and a double-breasted tight outfit and black gloves, and it was a chauffeur outfit. And I showed up and they saw me in the outfit, and they read me, and they already had 3 different girls picked out that were set to stay. Everybody else had been sent. And then they said, okay, we'll read you. And then they read me and said, would you stay? And they sent the other girls home. And I read again, and they asked me my availability, and I asked to see the script in full, and they sent me home with one. And the rest is history, except I brought it home and I said to Howard, I don't think I want to do this. What I liked about it was it got to be like a Joan Crawford. You got to really be, yeah. And I liked that. That was part fun, because whatever I do on stage has almost always been comedy. I worked with Tim Conway and lots of the comics of that era who did sketch comedy. So this was a real contrast. And I came home, I said, I don't think I want to do it. And you said?
Somebody's going to do it. That was after I rolled it up and threw it against the wall. Seriously, that's the God's honest truth. And then I said, but somebody's going to do it. And the one thing that Dyanne taught me was an actor acts. So I threw it right back at her. I said, an actor acts. And that was it. She went in and did it.